Here's how to change the oil on a Toyota Prius, third generation. This is for 2010 to 2015. So I put it up on a ramp, and then there's a little panel in the plastic undercoating there that you need to remove with these little pop-up thingies. So you just pop it up like that. There are 3 of them. And once you've popped it up, then you can pull it out. And you can see how it works there. And then you just open up the little door, and you see underneath there, you see the oil drain plug there, and that's your oil filter there. So you'll need a special filter wrench. There's a link in the description if you need to buy one. And that goes onto a socket wrench and fits onto the end of the filter. The plug hole is 14 millimeters for the oil drain plug. So you pop out your drain plug, you drain the oil, let it drain for a few minutes, and then once it's done draining, clean the surface, clean the plug, and put the plug back in. 28 foot-pounds of torque to tighten that back up. And then put your filter wrench on your filter. It's got grooves on it that catch onto little rises on the filter housing, and then back it out. And you'll see it's so the plastic filter part comes out, and then there's a replaceable paper filter in it. There's an O-ring on it that you want to either inspect or replace. Make sure that it's still round. Your new filter is going to come with an O-ring in most cases. So it's a good idea to just pop the old O-ring off of the filter housing once you've cleaned it out, and then put the new O-ring on. Probably a good idea to put a little bit of oil on the O-ring for when it screws back into place to give it a little bit of friction reduction. Looks like that. Your filter is just a paper filter. Doesn't matter which direction you put it in. You stick it in there and make sure that it gets down on the little cylinder, which is spring-loaded. So boing, 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 like that. Then get your filter wrench on there. Make sure that it's fit correctly and that the tabs are in the grooves. And then start it by hand. And you are screwing plastic into metal here, and it goes in pretty easy to begin with. And then finish it off with your wrench. I don't know what the torque specs are. I couldn't find them anywhere, so I just put it on good and tight and figure it'll stay on there. And then the little poppers need to go back in the hole to close up the inspection panel, and you can buy new ones. Like this set cost me 20 bucks. I'll put a link in the description if you need these. This has all your body work and every other kind of disposable fasteners that you'll need for the car, so it'll do you good to have that around. And then just stick it in there and then push the button to spring out the little feet to lock it into place. 1, 2, and then there's number 3, and it is all sealed up. Your cap will probably have the name of the oil on it, what recommended viscosity is. I like to use high mileage oil on my high mileage cars. I've found that it really does stop oil burning, and you may find that your Prius burns a little oil, which according to the manual is somewhat normal. And then just fill her up. Now it's still up on the blocks, so it's ideally you'd want to fill it up completely once it's off of the jack, but I get it started with about 4 quarts. It's going to take 4.4 quarts in total, and then run it a little bit, check the level, add a little bit, and then shut it down, and you are done. Easy.